We want your time at the arena to be enjoyable and incident-free. If you are having any issues, any time that needs to be addressed, please text the word "rights" after the issue and seat location to 55555. A member of our guest relations team will respond immediately. Fans, don't forget about our bobblehead giveaway day. Come to the game, bring the family, and get a free clutch bobblehead.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
That incredible performance was from Skylar Cole, singing our national anthem. Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Alongside Greg Anthony, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and our reporter, the Hall of Famer David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. And tonight, we'll be joined by the man with his finger on the pulse of the NBA, no one better than Shams Charania. Shams, it is so great to have you courtside with us.
Well, Kevin, thank you so much. Talking basketball is what and honestly, we were born to do, so let's do it.
And look at the guys by our side, man. We all love this game. Let's go right into it. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Let's take a look at Dallas. They ascend up the lists to number 3 with some spirited play.
And right now, the Spurs, they're just so locked in right now. It doesn't matter who they're playing. I know it's still early in the season, but they may turn out to be the team to beat.
A look at the San Antonio Spurs opening lineup. Sohan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembanyama playing the 5. Slim is out there with Paul, and it's Johnson in at the 3. And for the Rockets, the post pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. And Van Vliet out there with Thompson. And it's Eason in at the 3, the small forward. And despite having a generational talent in Wembanyama, Shams, the Spurs never skipping steps. They've got great detail to everything they do.
The Spurs draft and develop, that has been their calling card. San Antonio may not be a big free agent destination and magnet, but who knows, with Victor Wembanyama there, they are going to have the ability to attract players and potentially go after players in trades. They have a ton of capital assets, draft picks that they can trade. And Victor Wembanyama has the ability to be a generational star, like you said, Kevin. Players will eventually want to be.
Quickly, can you even go back to a time when they've added Wembanyama, they've added Lively in Dallas, the Thunder's Chet Holmgren, what he did as a rookie? These young bigs have been sensational to watch. The size that the league has added has been off the charts.
And the center position might just be back, but let's look at that 2023 NBA draft. Let's revisit that in 5 to 6 years. That could be a draft that eventually will be regarded among the very best.
And both free throws good for Wembanyama.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Here's Van Vliet. Eason with it. And he uses the glass on the layup.
and unafraid to challenge the heart of this defense. Van Vliet's a strong finisher for his size.
And Shams, Houston loaded with young talent. And after the Harden deal, they are loaded with first-round picks. Any thoughts on how you think they may proceed with all of that?
I'm told that front office will continue to be big game hunting. Those picks, they have a lot of them. They're going to be worth plenty moving forward. And they know it. At some point, they're going to take a big swing here. And they're biding their time, waiting. The Houston Rockets have all the cards. They've got the young talent. They've got the draft picks. And with Ime Udoka, they've had some success to build on.
I love what you said there. Big game hunting. That's the only way they're going to make that jump. I love that term.
Yeah, the defender in position there and with a height advantage. The fade away was really his only choice, but still a tough shot.
Here's Sohan. Wembanyama, a screen. And it's Sohan missing. For Houston, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Thompson, and the layup's good off the glass.
Tenacious on the attack. Thompson is fantastic at finding lanes to the basket.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Pass to Wembanyama. Buries the long-range jumper. Wembanyama's got 5.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Now it sends it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Ime Udoka.
And I asked him, how do you contend with the size and skill of Victor Wembanyama? He said, every night we see this guy do something no one has ever seen before. It's kind of like dealing with the unknown. A whole new kind of player needs new schemes. So we'll see some inventiveness out there on the defensive side tonight, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Shams, with as often as you've interacted with front offices all over the NBA, have you noticed any changes with how franchises operate with both the players and the media and that relationship and where it may be headed?
Everything has to be more specialized now in the organizations, but you're seeing true partnerships develop with teams and their players, especially their top players. And teams have to pay more attention now to data, to metrics than ever before. And the relationship between your top players in the organization, that is very, very important. And the teams that do a good job of managing relationships, of managing expectations, that is clearly what separates the elite teams with the bottom teams. And certainly players in today's generation are very, very polished when it comes to the media.
Oh, you framed that so well. And here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the league's top shot blockers from last season. Victor Wembanyama, number 1.
It happened so often. I'd say to myself, there's no way he can get to that shot, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, and it go down as another block.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, got a piece of it. Pass to Paul, to the paint. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
And checking out the numbers for Wembanyama. Great showing for him last season. Averaged 21 points a game, over 3.5 blocks and 10 rebounds. And with his skill set on the offensive end, he is such a threat on the floor.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that makes life easier for his teammates. He demands so much defensive attention.
Hey, Shams, no one is keyed on the league like you. Is there an under-the-radar trend that you're seeing around the NBA, or the next thing that you're anticipating may happen with the way the league will sway one way or the other?
Talking to executives around the league, it's clear that length has been very important, but having players that do multiple things and are versatile, that is of the utmost importance right now. We saw what happened with the Celtics winning a championship this year. I think that certainly is going to have an impact on how teams are going to build moving forward. Like the Celtics, you want to have players, 3 to 5 players that are playing heavy minutes for you, that are doing everything out there on the floor, not just one particular move.
Smith gets it to go on the assist by Thompson.
Oh, love the determination Smith showed there, refusing to let the contact alter his shot.
Spurs leading by 5. Paul passes to Sohan. Back to Paul. And the layup falls.
And the story here, Kevin, early on, is how well they've shot the basketball.
Oh, Van Vliet. He had 15 points last outing. Here's Eason. Wembanyama with the rebound.
Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Pass to Sohan. Wembanyama against Şengün. And they pick up 2. 7 points for Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Hey, Shams, you're always on the pulse of those league-changing trades. We certainly saw some impactful ones last season.
Across the board, the Pacers, the Mavericks, they made deep runs, and they did so on the back of some big trade deadline moves. Those are transformations that excite all of us to witness. Even New York getting OG Anunoby at the trade deadline. This is a league that's built on capitalizing at the moment and striking when the iron's hot, and we saw multiple teams do that this last season.
Yeah, that trade deadline was phenomenal for those teams you mentioned. Really impactful.
And he's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
Wembanyama outside. It's stolen by Eason. Van Vliet against Paul. Now here's Van Vliet, guarded closely. Eason passes to Van Vliet. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Johnson. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Slim, and he slams it one-handed.
Well, the intelligence of Sohan is visible in his passing. He makes quality decisions with the ball.
There's 1:54 left here in the opening quarter. Thompson outside. Smith outside. Here's Eason. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to go on Keldon Johnson.
Clearly a foul.
Well, we can all agree nothing better than the atmosphere of an NBA game. So, Shams, I know it's hard to pick one, but is there a best crowd, a best atmosphere in the NBA that you've come across that you really appreciate?
The Warriors fans, I feel, even at their peak, they bring a different level of aura, of enthusiasm. Kevin, you've been to more arenas than I have in more celebrated times as well at different points. What's your favorite, what's your best NBA arena atmosphere?
We got this.
Substitutions on the board.
Şengün's checked in for Jock Landale. Jabari
right?
Smith comes in for Brooks. And it's Fred Van Vliet in for Green. Then for the Spurs, Victor Wembanyama is checked in for Zach Collins. Jeremy Sohan comes in for Barnes. And it's Slim in for Vassell. The post pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. Thompson is out there with Fred Van Vliet. And it's Eason in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Van Vliet with the bounce pass. Here's Smith. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And with the new broadcasting deals, NBA salaries figuring Shams to skyrocket.
And we're not even just talking about the players, Kevin. It's the coaches, it's the front office executives. Everyone is seeing some massive, massive paydays. Every single year, we're seeing the biggest contract in league history, and it's only going to get bigger and bigger in years to come.
Are you surprised at the size of some of these coaching deals? I mean, the numbers are amazing to me.
Coaching, these front office deals, it's getting higher and higher. And once Monty Williams signed the deal he did in 2023, that only elevated the market for coaches, and front office executives also are getting big paydays.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Slim passes to Paul. Here's Sohan. Misses the 3. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. 6-point game. Victory eluded them last time in San Antonio when they took on the Spurs.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
Yeah, when you have a defensive showing this poor, it's normally due to an overall lack of effort.
Houston's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. It's out of bounds to the Rockets as Houston retains possession.
Houston ball.
Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
There's 1:59 left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Van Vliet. Blocked again.
Yeah, those shots from him are certainly not helping their case.
And the basket by Johnson. Johnson's got 4 this quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Well, their defense has been really impressive, especially the number of blocks they've managed to get. It's not easy to keep denying guys at the rim.
And also, how about how disruptive they've been on defense, not allowing the opposition to get comfortable and also being able to create a lot of steals as well.
And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. Always so much fun to have Shams join us. No one with a better pulse on the NBA.
Man, Shams is always the first guy to know about the big moves around the NBA. Love hearing what he has to say.
Watching Jeremy Sohan develop has been so interesting. He's a strong passer and defender, but he's working hard to be a more complete player.
Pass to Slim. Can't connect from short range. Rockets trail by 8. Van Vliet outside. Thompson sets the pick for Van Vliet. There's 39 seconds left in the first half of the game. Last game for the Spurs, they picked up the W against Los Angeles. Here's Slim. Rockets with the rebound.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Van Vliet outside. Looking to get it going. Out to Smith. Clock at 4. The offensive rebound. And Şengün is right there.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
He gets it up. That one's not going to go. And so that's the end of the first half. Spurs lead by 6. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
52. Please join your attention to set one and get ready for the fan sports shot. Give me a beat. You're thinking about this shot. Let's hear it for the participant.
Greetings, everybody. Before we review the first half, let's take an early season peek at how the Western Conference is shaking out so far.
When I look at San Antonio, this team wants to do big things, Shaq-sized things, and I gotta say they're looking almost as dominant as Kenny.
Easy, big fella, but I gotta say, they are making it look easy, here in this early part of the season, at least. And looking back at the first half of this game, it's likely we'll see some adjustments for the Rockets.
They were sloppy, gave the ball away too much, and that comes down to one thing. Focus.
I'm sorry, Shaq. I was distracted. Focus.
Did you say something, Shaq?
Yeah, my focus was turned.
What, did you say something, Kenny?
What?
Yeah, I said focus. I said focus, not I want to kiss. Focus.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. We're seeing a tremendous game from Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
On the court right now for the Spurs, Sohan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembanyama playing the 5. Paul out there with Slim, and it's Johnson in at the 3 slot. So Stan, you started in the NBA back in the mid-90s. How is coaching different from, say, now to back then?
Wow, Kevin, it's just so different and in so many ways. The players have gotten better, bigger, faster, more skilled. There's more coaches on a staff. Strength coaches have increased in volume and in influence, so there's less practice. Everything now has to be done differently.
Everything is bigger, isn't it?
It really is.
Watch the screen.
Paul with the 3, knocks down the 3 ball. Paul's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for the Spurs. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Houston. They trail by 9 points. Pass to Smith. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Smith's got 7.
And this is why you let Smith work inside. He's adept at knowing how to finish in traffic.
And stolen by Thompson. And it's Houston on the break. Here's Eason. Finished off the break. He's got 11.
That's an excellent bucket there. Not an easy one. That took some creativity.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Rockets are making progress. Coach Ime Udoka said it doesn't happen overnight. Changing habits and things like that takes time. Guys learn and grow at a different pace. My thing is getting us all on the same page. We're not that far off. Kevin, they sure look like they're building in the right direction.
David, they are, and some good vets have helped as well. And we thank you for that report. San Antonio leading by 5. You know, Greg, with a combination of Wembanyama and Coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs should be a great defensive team.
Yeah, it's home with a young roster because all 5 guys have to work in unison, and often someone's going to make a mistake.
And Johnson is fearless, which is why his coaches encourage him to be aggressive and seek out contact.
And that one falls for Johnson.
Well, you know Johnson's a guy who likes to use that size and physicality to his advantage.
And both free throws good for Johnson. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame. That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Van Vliet against Paul. Rejected by Van Vliet.
And perfect positioning from Van Vliet, wanting to block shots whenever he can. Great instincts.
Shot clock at 3. Here's Slim. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
His shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Spurs leading by 4. Here's Sohan. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Sohan's got 8.
Yeah, the paint is Sohan's go-to area as a scorer. He feels emboldened to attack inside.
No one near Smith as he lets it go. A rebound by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Paul passes to Wembanyama. Love the confidence from Wembanyama.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Pass to Eason. Back to Van Vliet. There's the 3. Drills it from outside. 8 points for him.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Wembanyama passes to Sohan. To the middle. Here's Slim. Sweet move. He takes it up and lays it in. Slim's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Thompson outside, inside. Here's Van Vliet. That one misses. Paul with the defensive effort. Spurs leading by 7. Down low. Slim, no good. Rockets have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Thompson. Here's Şengün. A special move before the shot.
Not giving up on the play. Şengün locked in.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. So for the Rockets, Jock Landale's checked in for Şengün. Dylan Brooks comes in for Tari Eason. And it's Green in for Fred Van Vliet. The Spurs also changing it up. Collins checked in for Wembanyama. Barnes comes in for Johnson. And it's Vassell in for Slim. Şengün's checked in for Jock Landale. Tari Eason comes in for Dylan Brooks. And it's Fred Van Vliet in for Green. The Spurs also changing it up. Wembanyama, he's checked in for Zach Collins. Johnson comes in for Barnes. And it's Slim in for Vassell. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Ime Udoka as he talked with the team. Coach wants them to do a better job defending the perimeter. He said we're late on our rotations and they're getting great looks because of it. We got to fight through it. We got to take away the 3. We're good, guys.
Thank you, David. The post pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. Thompson is out there with Fred Van Vliet. And it's Eason in at the small forward. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
Yeah, but Johnson has a skill for putting power behind his motion and forcing his way to a finish.
Eason gets a wide open look. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Smith outside. Van Vliet outside. Over Paul. Rebound by Sohan.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Thompson passes to Eason. And some nice passing there by Houston. Fades back. And Şengün gets it to go on the assist by Smith.
Owning the moment. Şengün gets those much-needed points.
And Benyama outside. To the left side wing. Here is Slim. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
Back to Eason. Pass to Thompson. There's the drive. And falls. Great assist by Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got 3 assists now in this one. Paul outside. Here's Wembanyama. Şengün covering. Tipped away. It's stolen by Eason. Van Vliet looking around. Şengün against Wembanyama. Now, here's Şengün. 4 on the shot clock. Near the three-point line, it's Van Vliet. Can't tie it up as that one misses. San Antonio leading. Zohan, the pass to Paul. Wembanyama, a screen. Paul finds Wembanyama. Here is Slim. It's tipped. To tie it up. It's tipped. And here is Paul. Pass to Zohan. Sinks the three-pointer. And the Spurs lead by 5. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Spurs.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up block shots.
Another thing they're doing well tonight is getting steals, and that can be attributed to their tenacious style defensively.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Competitive, selfless, and a high basketball IQ. Şengün with the traits every coach loves.
Şengün taking 2 shots.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And the second of 2 is good. That shrinks the margin to just 4.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
Van Vliet against Paul. It's stolen by Smith. Here's Van Vliet. Money! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Ball outside. Pass to Slim. It's tipped. It's stolen by Eason.
This isn't a done deal yet, but they have got to move quick.
Yeah, this one isn't over, but they can't afford to waste any time now.
Here's Van Vliet. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Şengün kicks to Thompson. He's off from 3.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
So it's the Spurs now, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Chris Paul taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good. Being both at the line, it's a 4-point ball game.
And that'll just about do it. Coming through at the line in a big spot.
Now a timeout called by Houston. 8 seconds left in the game. And what's their best move at this point?
Looking for a quick shot, trying to extend the game.
Yeah, and then they have to foul quickly and hope for some misses at the line.
Eight seconds left to play in the final quarter. Shot by Eason, no good. Here's Slim. And so it's San Antonio who scraped by with the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And that'll do it, folks. So for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Solid effort tonight on both ends.